Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo, Branson, Missouri. Going to do one cast today. I've pushed out from the dock. They're not running any water. Today is Thursday, the 7th of September. They're not running any water, and we noticed just outside of our casting range, a lot of fish taking little things off the surface of the water. And so I thought I'd come up just out here. I'm going to go up and fish, but I'm going to throw with my fly rod a little Zebra Midge. This is a little black thread, silver head and wrap. It's about a number 16, 14, 16. 6X tippet, and then I've got a little indicator, and it's only about 10 inches from the fly. And what we do is we just get out here and we target fish that we can see dimpling the water. So you can see these fish. There's a kind of a glare right now, so it's kind of hard to see them. There's one right here. I want to make sure I want to catch a fish, so I want to make sure my cast is going to be right on a fish that's feeding on the surface. So I'm going to wait till I see one dimple the surface again within my casting range, and then I'll drop it close to him. Of course, they're not coming up now that I'm looking for them. There is a lot of stuff floating in the water, and that's pretty typical in the fall. And it's going to probably get a lot worse as leaves really start to fall. Wow, come on. There's a lot of fish midging down here a little ways. I'm going to move this way a little bit. Of course, now I got to turn my camera around. Well, there's one back here. Oh, I see him. I see one. I see one. And my camera's pointing in the right direction. So that little tiny float is so small that if one even touches it, it's going to go under. Now one jumped. Oh, that was a miss. He touched it. See those fish, they just cruise around. They move all the time, and they'll come up on something on the surface or just below the surface, and they'll eat it. And that's what that little fly is supposed to look like, is a midge larva, which they are, kind of a worm-like with a head, and they even have a little bit of segment bodies. There's one right next to my float that midged. Sometimes they get a little bit picky about the color and the size, but generally these are freshly stocked fish and they don't really care. Well, shoot. Let's pick out another one and see if I can at least catch one. No fish on one cast. Well, they're being picky. This one right there. Oh, he's going the other way. Sometimes when you cast in close to them, it either attracts their attention and they go towards it, or they spook and go away from it. Oh man, they're right up here. They get in pretty big schools sometimes too, especially if it's a school of fish that have just been stocked. They'll stay together, move around. And it seems like if they learn that there's food on the surface, which, you know, when they're in the raceways, they're all around me. I just can't catch one. When they're in the raceways being raised, their food is floating, so they are looking up. When they get in the lake, it seems like they don't necessarily look up all the time. But if they do, they see these little bugs in the water and realize that there's something good to eat, they'll start eating. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change flies because these things will not. They're not liking this black zebra because they're all around it. Okay, he's moving to the left. See if I can throw out in front of him. They're pretty much refusing this fly. Because I threw that one right on his nose. Some people say that stocker trout are dumb. Sometimes. Seems like you get a big school of fish like this. These fish they're moving around pretty quick. As soon as I throw in there, they're already moving in a direction. Sometimes I can see the direction, sometimes I can't. But it is a fun way to fish. Okay, he might be moving towards my float. Guess not. Well, I better end this because I can do this all morning. And I am going to go up and pretty much do the same thing, I think. But I am going to change flies because they do not want this black zebra. You can use red, you can use white, green, rusty. There are a lot of fish right there. There are a lot of fish right there. And there's one. Just a little rainbow. And it usually, they hook them right in the top of the mouth, but on the outside where you can just kind of flip them off. And that's it. Took me a while. Thanks for watching. Go try to catch some fish. Post a video. See ya.